All right, boxing fans, let's have some talk about the fights happening this weekend, October the 5. Three fights are coming on today that I'm interested in seeing, starting with Terrence Crawford against Andre Kilmove. I'm not going to say I know a lot about Kilmove, with that being said, I have Crawford in this fight. I'm going to take Crawford by a late stoppage, maybe like seventh round. I think he could get this guy out of there. They say that this fight could set up Crawford to fight Ricky Burns, even though Ricky Burns probably won't be fighting anytime soon because of that broken jaw that he suffered in his last fight. But I don't even think that fight is going to happen as much as I would like to see it because we know that Ricky Burns is a ducker. You know, he ducked Adrian Broner at 130. To get away from him, he moved up to 135. And Adrian Broner followed him to 135, and he ducked him there. And I think that he'll do the same with Crawford. But enough on that fight. I have Crawford winning that fight. Let's move on to Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto against Delvin Rodriguez. I'm picking Cotto in this fight. I think that if Cotto is even 70% of what he was, I think that he will. I think he can beat Delvin. I'm gonna take Cotto by decision. As much as I want to take Cotto by knockout, I want to say that that Rodriguez is tough and that and that he will last in there the whole fight with Cotto. I wouldn't be surprised though if what I hear is true that Freddie Roach has had Cotto working on that left to the body again, like he used to do, and he get Rodriguez out of there in the later rounds. But I'm gonna pick Cotto by unanimous decision. I'm gonna pick him pretty much by an impressive decision. You know, I really feel that Cotto is going to look good in this fight, and I'll talk about this in my post fight session that I'll do. But Cotto has probably about four fights, not necessarily being realistic, that he can get if he wins this fight, and I think that there'll be big money fights, and I think that'll keep him motivated. But I'll talk about that later. Let's move on to the next fight that I've been anxious to see for the last 3 years: the reigning heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko against Alexander Povetkin, the paper title holder. I'm glad this fight finally got made. I'm glad that Povetkin finally stopped making excuses and ducking Vladimir, and they're finally going to get it on. I'm picking Vladimir by knockout in this fight. I don't care how tough Povetkin is. I think Vladimir. This was probably the second fight he wanted the most behind the David Haye fight. I think Vladimir has been wanting to get this guy in the ring, and I think that that inner Emmanuel Stewart is going to come out in this fight, and Vladimir Klitschko is going to turn up the heat around maybe round seven. I'm thinking, and I think he's going to get this guy out of here, and then he will strip that title from Povetkin that he's been walking around being protected with and holding, and Klitschko, and that's just to be another notch on his belt. That's how I see the fight going. I have Klitschko by knockout. I cannot wait to see the fights later on today. I'm gonna holler at y'all later when I do my post fights thoughts. Later.